everyone, welcome here. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you for coming back and watching another video. All right, y'all, I need to do some serious organizing in this house. You might be saying to yourself, but Rebecca, you're a minimalist. We've seen your house tour. You don't have anything to organize. That is only half true. Yes, I am a minimalist. We do not own a lot of things, but we do still have things and they do still need organization. So in today's video, there's one room in particular that I want to tackle. It's kind of like a miscellaneous room. I use it as my work from home office, but also we don't have a garage here, so we have what we call our garage closet. And then also we have a washer dryer and all our cleaning supplies in that room. So it's a very multi-functional, multi-purpose room, and it's really disorganized right now. And it honestly, it needs some love, it needs some systems, it needs some organization and some decluttering. It's funny because as I was sitting down to make this video, I was reading comments from my last video and somebody had commented, if your organization really worked, wouldn't you be done by now? And my honest answer to that is no. Our lives are constantly evolving and changing. The things that we need access to, the items in our lives are constantly evolving and changing. So I'm not going to shame myself into saying like, hey, you failed at organizing this room. You're a failure as a minimalist and as an organized and intentional person. No. I just think that in our lives, we're still getting integrated into this house and we're moving into a different season of our life. We were living full-time in a van with very few possessions, and we're still trying to understand how we coexist together and how our items coexist together in this space. So no, I don't think I would be done by now. This is still a work in progress, and it might be for some time. All right, I need to stop procrastinating, get going on this. And my hope is that this is the first in a series of videos that I'm going to do in the reorganization and decluttering of my house. So stay tuned for more in the future. All right, let me show you this mess. All right, so here is the room in question. There is my desk, that's where I work from. Here are some storage solutions that I've bought particularly for this project. And then over here are our two closets in question. So this one is what I like to call the garage closet. So this is what's currently happening in this closet. Like I said, this is primarily used by Murphy, but we also have like some dog towels in here. Like I do get a few things out of here from time to time. And while this might seem like not a giant mess to you, there's definitely a better way to do this. We just keep like piling stuff in here. Like, what even are these random papers in here? And oh, windshield wipers, great. And also these tubs down here, we use these to store some things when we were living in the van, and they just have been sitting here for a year. We're not using them anymore. I'm pretty sure I could probably sell them. So I think we're gonna get rid of those and that would open up a lot more storage space here. And then over here is the laundry closet. So my ideal here is to not have to store our fermentation crock on top of the washing machine. I'd like to hopefully open up some space in that closet for it so I can be folding clothes on here. And then this shelf, while not super cluttered, I would like to be able to like grab all of the cleaning supplies at once. This bag has vacuum parts in it and it's just like a black hole I can never find what I'm looking for. I would like to be able to hang up the duster and this mop. And then this little corner here is like the bane of my existence. I don't think there's much I can do to organize it. It's just like hoses and stuff for the washer. But this is all stuff. We rent this house and our landlord asked us to keep this stuff here. And I'm like, I don't want it here. But I don't know that I have much of a choice. I might try and just make it look a little neater, or if a bin fits back here, maybe put it in a bin, but there's not much I can do with that. That doesn't really belong to us. And then the other thing is that I've acquired some new camera equipment. So there are some tripods in there. And then there's some stuff in these drawers that like, I don't really want to be keeping in my desk drawer. Like, do we need the hammer and all the wall mounts and stuff? Like, can't that go in the garage closet? So hopefully opening up some more space in my desk for actual desk things. So I feel like I have kind of a lot of work cut out for me. So Murphy's not home right now, so I might have a hard time trying to like purge any of his stuff. But I think what I might be able to do is put it in some categories and start to put it in bins. And then when he gets home, I can ask him about a few things. So I tried to start to go through what's in this closet and understand kind of what it is so I could get some organization for it. So I don't love plastic organization containers and I don't love buying new stuff to organize, but I felt like this was a real need for us. I think that we needed some real organizational systems in that closet to help and try and keep it neat and accessible at the same time. So as much as I could, I went for some bamboo containers. And then these right here, these are cotton with a faux leather handle. So again, I don't like the plastic containers, but tried to get non-plastic alternatives. Oh, and then I got this cute little file folder too. I need to organize some of the papers that are in my desk and I needed a file folder for it. So I got that cute little desert inspired one. All right, so I guess I should start with my least favorite part of cleaning and organizing, which is making a bigger mess before you organize things. So I'm gonna tear everything out of these closets and start to group them together with like things so I can figure out what storage bins we need to use. Here we go. Like, why are these in the closet? Are we saving these for something? All right, so the easy part is done. I pulled everything out of the closet and now it's just all over the floor. Hi, Gypsy. But here's my next problem. I cannot figure out how to adjust the height of these shelves. Does it have something to do with this? I feel like I'm gonna have to Google this because they feel pretty stuck in place. So I gotta pause while I figure this out because I don't think particularly right between these two, like we don't really need that much space. I wanna move this one down. These little shelves just are not doing it for me. Time to Google. Okay, we are making progress. Luckily, like a 3-second Google search resulted in a YouTube video that showed me exactly how to adjust these shelves. And it wasn't too hard, but I've gotten very sweaty and very hot. We had an outfit change. We're taking a kombucha break. So let me show you the progress. All right, so shelves are adjusted and this is what I'm generally thinking as the layout for where things will go, or where containers will go, I should say. So here's the thing I've learned about Murphy and our 7+ years together. If he can't see a thing or if it's not easy to put away, this is going to be a disaster in no time. So I intentionally got these open bins where we could put things that we use all the time or like tools that he reaches for all the time, because otherwise this is not going to be convenient for him. It's not going to work for him. And ultimately he's the one using this closet more often, so I want to make it work. And then these bins down here, I'm hoping are things that he accesses less often. And also probably some of like the dirtier things that need to go into a plastic bin, like things that might have like car grease or oil or like gross things on them. And then I found a spot for our fermentation crock so we can always be fermenting something delicious. And then up here I'm envisioning probably like the dog towels and like the plastic tarp that we have, just some other things up there as well. All right, so this may not look like progress, but I've actually made progress. At least I have, at this point, touched everything, unpacked everything. I understand what we have, so I can start figuring out where to put stuff and identify that's all, I think, things that we can either recycle or compost or get rid of completely. So I think a good next step is I'm gonna start putting things away. It might kind of be a trial and error, figuring out like what fits best where and what's most accessible where, but I'm gonna start trying. So I feel like this is a good example of like grouping things together. So everything in this pile, although it might not seem related, I've categorized under hooks and fasteners. So ways to make things stay on other things. That makes sense, right? So I'll try in some way to group these all together, whether it's in one of those bamboo buckets or maybe just inside one of the bigger containers all together. Alright, here's a progress update for the day. So definitely made some good headway. I'm kind of burning out though. I'm getting really tired of doing this. So I think what I'm gonna do is just quickly move over to here and just do that shelf for today, because that's gonna be super quick. I already know what I wanna do, the containers I wanna put it in. So I'm just gonna bang that out real quick. And then when Murphy gets home, we'll just talk about like if this is working for him. And then tomorrow I'll just make any final changes, finish off this closet, and then we'll finally be done. Okay, so it is several days later. I really meant to finish this the following day, but life happened, didn't get around to it. It's now like 3 or 4 days later, and I just have a few last things to do. Here, let me show you. Okay, so I have these command hooks here, and I just wanted to use them to hang a couple things up in the closet that didn't fit other places. So the mop and the duster and the hatchet just needs this little piece of cord through it so it has something to hang from. So I'm just gonna do that real quick, and then, oh, someone's here to help. Did you want to help me? Okay, so I'm just going to do that real quick and then I'll show you the final product. Okay, so at the last minute, I switched up my approach and decided to not use the command hooks and tried to make this little nail shelf situation, but as you probably saw, that did not work out. So we improvised, and now the nails are the hooks. I'm just gonna hang them like this, and that's gonna have to work for now. And I'm really excited that I've opened up some new space inside the desk. So in this bottom drawer now has room for all of my tripods. In here, this is all the new camera gear, and this is just some daily kind of electronic stuff that I use. This is printer paper, envelopes, cards. This is sort of important papers that have been filed away. And then this top drawer is just some office supplies that I reach for all the time. So in terms of a declutter pile, this is all I saved to show you all. Honestly, everything else we got rid of was straight up trash. It was like old packaging, pieces of paper we didn't need anymore. I don't know if you noticed in the beginning clips, but there was like stacks and stacks of cardboard that Murphy had big plans for some sort of project he was gonna do. We ended up recycling most of that and just keeping what he actually needed for the project. He'd just been collecting it for months and months. So we were realistic about what we actually needed for that. So honestly, what we're getting rid of is just these two right here. We're gonna hang on to these. I'm pretty sure we're gonna need them for some things we're doing over the summer, and that's all we're really getting rid of from that closet. Overall, I'd say I'm really happy with how this turns out. I think it gives us the opportunity to store a lot of items that would typically be stored in something like a garage or a shed or a basement in a way that feels organized but also aesthetically pleasing because it is inside of our house. I think the bamboo open containers were a good solution for easy access and hopefully would be easy to maintain. And it gives us the opportunity to get some things out of the desk so that that space really can stay focused for work and work-related items only. And while there wasn't a huge change in the laundry room, I think the addition of the bamboo carriers definitely makes things easier to access. All right, so that's it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed coming along this organization declutter journey with me. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm hoping to make several of these types of videos for different areas of my house that just need the organization re-looked at. So if you like this type of video, do make sure to subscribe down below. And as always, please like and comment. That helps my channel a lot. And I do put out new content every Tuesday, so I will see you next week. Bye everyone. Organize. And you might be saying to yourself, that's a truck outside. Do you want to wait for the truck to go by? Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. That pillow's gonna drive me crazy. That is my type A at its best. Oh, a spider. Where'd it go? Spider, don't be as fast. Ooh, there you are. Keep losing the spider. I'm out of breath. And start over.